بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. In the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, "Ihris ala ma yanfa'uk." That desire, seek out all of those things which bring you benefit. So alhamdulillah, all of you are seeking knowledge. So from this knowledge you are learning about the Quran, you're learning about the hadith, you're learning seerah, you're learning fiqh, and then all of those things linked to these things. Alhamdulillah, this is very good. And the Prophet sallallahu, this is the khayrukum man ta'allama al-Qur'ana wa 'allama. And there's so many virtues regarding seeking knowledge of the Quran, seeking knowledge of the hadith, and seeking the knowledge which will bring us benefit, not only in this world but also in the hereafter. Yes? However, along with this, we should also try to learn about other things which will bring us benefit. So the primary knowledge that we need to acquire is knowledge of the Quran, the hadith, or fiqh, understanding deen, how to live our lives. But when we live our lives, as Mawlana was saying, we have certain primary ni'mah, some secondary ni'mah. Some are ni'mah which are mu'een to the first ni'mah. So for example, you have iman. It's the greatest of all ni'mah. And then we want to live our life with amal salih, righteous deed, good deeds, do as much as possible. But for example, you can only do good deeds if you have good health. You can only do good deeds if you have you're not mentally disturbed. You don't have, your mind is not all over the place. So all of these other things help us in our ibadah. So there are many things of general knowledge which will help us live better lives. So we should also try to acquire this kind of knowledge. Meaning, instead of wasting our time doing things of very little benefit or no benefit, learn things which are beneficial. Like for example, just learn about foods. For example, which foods are good, which foods are healthy. Like herbal medicine, you get a cold. What is something will benefit you? What's homemade remedies? Ingredients. I mean, many of the foods that we eat, they all have some ingredients which are not really beneficial. But from the foods that we have, almost everything that we eat has got some problem in it. Even the fruits that we have are not natural fruits. And even the fruits that are grown, they have so much medicine and all of these insecticides and all of that. But even then, you say, okay, what we consume, within that there's different levels of harm. So even learn about these things. So you're talking about this is not good for you. Too much of this is not good for you. Sometimes, people become unhealthy, either because of weight, either because of asthma and allergies. It's not because they're greedy, gluttony people. They just want. It's they don't know what they're eating is harmful. And they just knew, it's all right, just eat a bit less of this and a bit more of this and my diet will be balanced. Certain things, simple things, okay, no, this will cause you, in winter, this is going to cause you to get sick. This is not good to have. You have this thing. If you have this illness, this is better. It's very simple things. There's also something which yanfa'uka fi dunya. Sleep. Learn about sleep. How much do you sleep? Benefits of sleep. When not to sleep. What harms you sleep. Blue light. Just let's give random examples. Because all of these things, again, we're all going through an exam period now, so a bit of a lighter note. So all of these things will help us become better people. Again, sometimes you have to have you can't spend your whole life, every single moment in a full on 100% ibadah. So you have hobbies, things you do to calm yourself down, things that distract you. So don't make your hobby something which is a bit useful. DIY stuff. Some basic stuff. So you don't depend on anybody for everything. You can do basics here and there. You know how to do certain stuff. You study, note-taking tips, how to take notes, how to do other stuff, reading about children, about even things about so in Qudur you read about, this is nikah, what makes nikah valid, what makes it invalid, etc., etc. But then also learn, some tips. You're not going to learn how to live a life from a book. You're not going to learn how to live a married life from a book, but you get little tips here and there. So you read some good books about that. So read about things and expand your knowledge, general knowledge, about things which will benefit you, make you a better person, make a broader person. Children, when children grow up, what are the habits that they have, what causes them. Sometimes it's a simple thing, at this age, if they're throwing a tantrum, it's all right. It's part of the natural way of, meaning, it's not to overreact about. You know this we learned from our parents. We learned from, think that this is okay. When children go through this age and they're throwing a bit of tantrum, it's a bit natural. Teenagers, at which age they start to have this kind of thing, so you know how to deal with that situation. So all of these things are things of general knowledge which will benefit you. So all of the other things, don't just as I said, we spend a lot of time, a lot of information available. anything that people get sick, you can go and check on the internet, you can go to all that kind of stuff. So many information. So ideally, you don't waste all your time on the internet. You don't want to waste all your time on YouTube and all that. But when you do, I know everybody's going to spend some time on the internet. I don't think anybody's going to say, well, no internet for me. So then, the things that you do, make it useful. Like your history. Read a good history. If you like reading, then read good books about history. So you have a good idea. You become well aware. If you like current affairs, then read something. Again, as a student of knowledge, you just prioritize your knowledge, the first knowledge first. These are all like side stuff. But then even expand your knowledge. Read about, there's so much, history, so many parts of history. Islamic history, European history. What I'm trying to say to you is that expand your knowledge. Outside of madrasa, things which will make you a more well-rounded person, which will make you understanding how to live your life, something how to plan your time. A lot of things that we do in life is inexperience. And if you had a bit more experience, it's not going to happen. And this list can go on and on. And before, what happened is that a lot of the things wisdom would pass on. At night time, what would they all sit down and do? Talk. So the grandfather would be talking, the father would be talking, the young kids would listen. They were listening, they were hearing. The daughters would listen to their mum, their grandmum, in and around the house. So they gain a lot of experience. And now we don't do that. What do you do? Put on television. Kids are knowing the mum on television, watch TV. And that was that time now, a tablet. So what the kids doing on a tablet. So the experience, that's why sometimes people are even saying that development of kids sometimes, it's slowed down a lot. So that's why sometimes we can't compare ourselves to the children of the past. They mature a lot more. I remember when I went to India, about 10 years ago, there's like a 10-year-old boy, like every day, he'd come into the village and he'd have his cart and he'd be selling watermelons. And our 10-year-old boys, they can't bring a pen to madrasa sometimes. They don't know which books to bring to madrasa. They don't understand what they can't even, so this boy will go, source the watermelons, come in and bargain with people to make sure he can sell off his watermelons, make a profit. Maybe, I don't know who he wouldn't be, I can't remember, maybe his father was passed away or maybe he was very poor. So when you get life skills, these make you a better person. So the main priority is our Islamic knowledge. Are we doing that? But I'm just want to get another side. When you have your free time, when you have your other things to do, don't just watch random stuff, useless stuff on YouTube, which is just useless. Even if you want to, as I said this morning, you want to have a joke. So say, okay, let me look for a good joke so I can tell my brother a joke, make him happy. If you want to I want a good story. So get a good story with a moral. You have loads of channels on YouTube, loads of vlogs. So I'm going to get a good moral so I can tell my kids this story. I'm going to learn a joke so I can tell my kids this joke or tell my friends this joke. And useful. So you don't have to become we're not asking you, and it's not even possible to spend your whole day, especially the situation, the whole day in ilm, the whole day in ibadah. When you're studying in Darul, that kind of stuff, you have that opportunity, but now you're not going to have it. But the things that you do as pastimes, the things that you do on the side, make them useful. So your life does not become a waste. You understand? So the internet that we have, the social media that we have, the books that we have, the library that we have, the Kindles that we have, the iPads that we have, these are very, I think humanity is in a crisis. We've had, sometimes you slowly grow into something. Example, you're poor, and you earn a bit more money, so you get a bit better clothes. You build up your house a bit, you decorate it a bit, and people who win the lottery, what happen? They don't know what to do. Too much money comes in too fast. They can't handle it, and they go bankrupt again. And those people who build up wealth, they grow into the wealth. So I think humanity, we slowly build into all technologies. We started learning the steam engine, and then the boats, and then the planes, and so. But internet came so fast, I don't think humanity has been able to cope with what it is. And I feel like under the whole, we can't cope with the technology. That's why if you look at it, it's so fast, how people's brains are being warped, how people's perceptions are being warped, society is being warped, the effects having on our brains, our intelligence, all of these things very, very quick. So my advice to you is that the things the side time that you spend, even that, make it deliberate. Don't you normally tend to regress to the easiest thing. So when you're bored, what's the easiest option? Pick up the phone and start doing TikTok or Twitter or YouTube Shorts or YouTube video. So, but that's not deliberate. I'm not saying, let's say for example, you want to do something. It's okay, I have a project to do. New Year starting, I want to check what's a good way of taking notes. If you think, okay, I need to spend 1 hour having an idea how to manage my Google Drive. Okay, you spend 1 hour watching a video, but you say, no, I use Google Drive, I use OneNote, I use Notion, whatever I use, I'll spend 1 hour watching that video. So well, that was deliberate. You said, I want to learn a note-taking skill because there's a lot of notes in university or college or emergency. So no, that's fine. But if you spend half an hour, you don't know what you're looking for. Just whatever comes up random. Just swiping away. You're playing a game, it's like useless. Even parents, let's say for example, you want your kids, kids need something. So look for a good game. Like, think of something, is this useful for my kid or not? Don't just give them an iPad because you don't know what to do with them and they just have an iPad or a phone and it is useless game, no benefit. It is mashing their brains up. There might be something out there. There might be some educational websites, educational system where you can say, okay, you can give them half an hour a day, hour a day in the holidays, depending on whatever you want to do on the weekend, but something that we've thought about. I've done my research that this website is good. These quizzes are useful. This will increase their vocabulary. And if you're going to pay for it, pay for that. You spend like £10 on a burger anyways, and a burger meal. So if the app costs for $5.99 or something, and this is actually worthwhile, pay for it. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to think I'm disconnecting from it. I don't think it's possible the way we live, but make it something useful. Does everybody understand? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us ability to act on this. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi.